So this fight on Saturday night played out, in my opinion, exactly the way, well, at least one of the scenarios that I thought it would. I do think Canelo fought a little bit better than I thought. With that being said, I still think that he clearly lost his fight. But the fight played out exactly the way I thought it would. And that is, how is Canelo's style going to beat Golovkin, right? To me, that's what I was looking for in this fight. How does that translate in reality? A victory over Golovkin. And I didn't think he was, I just still felt that he wasn't ready to beat Golovkin at this point of his career. No matter how big he got or, what kind of shape he's in. It didn't matter to me, right? I still thought that he didn't have what it takes to beat a guy like Golovkin. But he still, he did fight better than I thought. I thought that, if they, going into the fight, that he would beat him pretty wide on my scorecard, how I score fights, or he would stop him late. I had this fight 8 rounds to 4, 9 rounds to 3 for Triple G, right? Did Canelo have his moments? He had his moments. I think I think there was some rounds where he landed the flashier punches, and a lot of people felt that he won those rounds. But even the early rounds, like the first 3 rounds that you could have given him, I guess, those were rounds that he could have lost as well. Like I expected, he was going to give up a lot of the ring generalship. When it came to overall clean and effective punches, I felt that was going to go to Golovkin, and it did. It did go to Golovkin. And that's why Golovkin went on that run, at least in my opinion, starting from the 4th round to to the end of the fight. You can make an argument he won every single round from the 4th to the 12th round. So, there was nothing in the fight that really shocked me. With the exception of why Golovkin didn't go to the body. I know that there's some theories out there that maybe he was carrying Canelo. I don't know if that's the case, but there was times where I thought he could have went to the body that would have benefited Triple G and even winning wider on the scorecards, or maybe even stopping Canelo. But for whatever reason, it didn't happen, right? The scorecards, that doesn't shock me at all. What happened on the scorecards was pretty predictable, and I actually, the only thing I was a little shocked was that they called it a draw and didn't just straight out give it to Canelo. Maybe this was all part of the plan, right? Maybe this was just all part of the plan. Because if you saw Golovkin's face, he wasn't upset. I mean, this is a guy who had a lot on the line, right? In terms of legacy, right? Middleweight legacy, title defenses, successful title defenses and whatnot, right? And the reason why I thought that he wasn't too upset was because he secured himself a rematch, right? He gets to walk out with all his belts, and he's still undefeated, and he gets another big payday. Canelo, on the other hand, should be lucky as well, but he knows he's gonna have to fight Golovkin again, whether he does it immediately or waits until Golovkin gets a little older. That we'll see what happens with that. But in my opinion, this was all part of the plan. I think that if you listen, they were always talking about this fight being a trilogy type of fight, right? Going in, they can see a trilogy, right? So the first fight starts off a draw. The second fight, you know, I wouldn't be surprised if Triple G wins, and then the last fight, Canelo wins. But while doing so, they make a whole lot of money, and that's what these fighters are in it for. Anyway, that is my video. Peace.